What's up, people? Welcome to another very exciting episode of Madden NFL 24, guys. Right now, we're gonna see, guys, if the Miami Dolphins can continue to stay perfect with Tua Tagovailoa leading them, and we're gonna see if we can actually possibly make it to the playoff. I don't know if we're gonna go as far as playing the whole rest of the 17 weeks, but we're gonna play. We're gonna see if we can stay perfect. How about that? This is actually a real life rivalry game. The New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go.
And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week is.
All right, guys, we're gonna go with a nickel blitz. A nickel middle, like a middle. We're gonna bring that pressure. We're gonna bring that pressure. All right. We're going to continue with that middle blitz. Bring that pressure.
Less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll run with Hall. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his time.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Powering his way forward. Still going. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This take it in at the goal line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
We're gonna go ahead and just run that ball in. That was an amazing play by Tyreek Hill. Oh, let's go, Raheem. Give him that ground game.
Set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Mistake there by the
That boy Xavier Howard ain't no joke, boy.
Corner and coverage there. Not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation,
Pro Bowler, baby.
get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for two. It's a run with Mostert.
Yeah.
End zone, and it's now a two-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Rodgers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Let's go, defense.
This won't be enough to pick up the first.
Let's go. 31. Come on, let's see if we get this 3 and out, guys.
Rodgers now to throw.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Instead of a 3rd and 1.
He made sure he secured that ball and hit that floor, boy.
I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Shrugs him off.
He just ran me over.
Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Jets are back within a score. solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment.
Damn.
That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff, now to him. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here,
and the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Oh, I missed the sack.
If they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking it.
Dude, I should have had that sack, man. Oh, my God. That completion was not supposed to happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Throwing quickly to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores.
Come on, guys, let's get the stop.
You and Jonathan, coach,
Get the stop. Yes.
But you're stuck with me in this
Yes.
game. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. There's big Quentin Williams, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
Mostert. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On play action, here's Tua. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Rodgers going to throw. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because then...
And he goes down. That's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Raheem Mostert running that thing like a choo-choo. Come on, let's go now.
On 1st and 10, nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
Yes! Yes!
There as he'll take this down to about the 38. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, what are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Going for it.
7 might change the thought process here as they
I'm
have
going for it.
on 4th and goal. This is
Going
a
for
long
it.
drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going up?
Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion
That man
to extend
again.
this lead.
So if it ain't broke, don't fix it right. Gotta continue to run that ground game if it's working, guys. I mean, I've been trying to go to there. The defense has been breaking through my offensive line like
Now
nothing.
after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Have we adjusted? Yeah. We adjusted to the ground game.
So here's the Jets offense.
They adjusted.
As they get ready for their first possession of the second
I guess
half.
just like how we can't
They make their second half debut.
find a way to
Things
connect
are
in there.
looking a
They
little bit
can't
tougher
find a
now.
way to
You
connect
give up the points there, Charles,
defensively
touchdown drive on the other
to
side.
prevent
So
us
now
from
it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They
moving
certainly
forward.
do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Nice little play.
5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Like that play. That was like a quick quick toss to the right.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Oh,
To Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
that was tough.
And they're not going to get to the line to
That
run
was
another
tough.
play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And again, it's Rodgers. And that one drops down incomplete.
Let's go defense.
Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Out the ball loose,
It's
didn't
been
I?
clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one.
Well,
It's been this
didn't we?
defense. And here's another example.
There's no why
of the
we
last play.
didn't right team.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Got him.
Pressure and
Got him.
go down. Back at
4th
the
and 24.
26-yard line. Christian Wilkins
It's a little 3 point.
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Zerline's kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Yeah!
All the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 2 and a throw again. This is going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up.
I'm going for it.
Expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. Get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field.
That was a terrible kick, man.
After the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Got him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Got him.
Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks
Ron
here.
Baker.
1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Oh. 4th and forever.
And I think we'll probably see him go for
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it.
down. No reason not to.
Oh, they're going for it. They're really going to go for it.
All right, they're going to try and keep.
All right, here we go.
Here on 4th down. They're going for
Hero laugh.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They hand it off to Mostert. The tackle by Quincy Williams. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
There's no rush.
Have it as we welcome you back in.
Go for a play right now.
Figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins 1st down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 22-yard scamper. And the Dolphins have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field.
Like that's
Facing a
gonna be a
big
clean
fourth
sweep for
quarter
the Jets.
deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and
Damn, Ali should have held on to that one, man.
This league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown. Durham Smythe, 26 yards.
Well, the Dolphins extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jets 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start it.
I'm not gonna lie, at first my offense was
Jets offensive unit ready to get
what is it,
going
struggling, but
here.
at one point we were put to a halt,
would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that
I'm not
that's
gonna
going
lie,
to be the
I got a little
case. There's
worried,
too much
but
to handle on
the
the other
offense
side in
seemed
this
to
one.
pull through. That running game, man, Raheem Mostert really came through.
On first down,
What can I say?
Rodgers. Open man here, the tight end here.
All off. I mean, granted, yeah, well, yeah, the running game opened up for the passing game. Definitely, I can honestly say that.
Play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Snatched it out of the air. Snatched it out of the air.
The Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting game against the Washington Commanders. Hmm.
Taking 5-minute intermission, please. Asterisk, please. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you.
All right, guys, here we go. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a great game with the Commanders
It's
against
week
the Commanders.
13 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders next on Madden Football.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Ah! I should have stayed on the ground.
This one back to the 29.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
On first down, Howell looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Howell down to throw it. And returns it right back to Samuel. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Howell. He'll be hit and taken down.
God.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So here's a 3rd and 14. Brissett now. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline it goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill.
There you go.
With touchdown
That's what was supposed to happen the first
29,
time, but
short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record.
that interception
31.
messed me up. But hey,
Dolphins are able to answer
good
early.
defense was
3
able to hold
points
in that
take
3.
the first quarter
We're going to
lead.
go ahead and go for this 2-point conversion.
It's a run with Mostert. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as
What's up, what's up, what's up?
farther to
Thank you
go
for tuning in.
and shy
Please drop a
away
thumbs
from
up.
running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Brissett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And I don't
Good
think
defense.
He got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mostert. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 5 catches, 91 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on, we gotta get that stop. We need them throwing out.
Now Brissett.
Come on. Oh, he caught it.
And look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books, 8-3 our score. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Now 2nd and 5 as they've got it as we resume action. Second down, Brissett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Oh, my God.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Robinson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Gibson.
Yes.
And he'll go
Let's
backwards.
go defense.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gano's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice
drive and help themselves out.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Play action, now it's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Austin. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think
Got
it
it.
does a little bit, but not
Good
by
job,
too
defense.
much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Tua going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The CD for this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you set up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not thrown perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Can't convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push. Opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
First down, how to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's how to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Tagovailoa,
yes!
throw on 3rd down.
Yes! Ah, why he died?
And it looks like he's got it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. Kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. So we hit halftime in an entertaining first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Whew. I knew this was going to be a tough game.
The booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
They only allowed me to score 1 touchdown. I only allowed them to score 1 touchdown. It's the lowest scoring game in like,
haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because
oh my God, he almost broke.
They've been playing pretty well. In this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, when you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Thank you. We needed that. Yeah!
Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go, defense!
Apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback, I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. It's a run with Mostert, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Powell throwing on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. Powell now to throw it. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howell. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Tua now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
This is a tough game, guys. This is a tough game. Got to give it to my defense overall, though. My defense really held it down.
And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Howell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Jason Sanders on to the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
He missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 10, 2:01 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Howell throwing on first down here. Pass complete to Alec Cox. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Howell to throw.
Well,
they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Here's Howell. And Dotson, he's got it. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Howell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Back to throw is Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This is caught by Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field without letting his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half.
That was a close game, guys. 16-6. I mean, wow. Yeah, that was a close game. Next game will be against the Tennessee Titans, guys. The Tennessee Titans. Uh, Drop thumbs up. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more Madden tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more content. All right. Thumbs up. Like. Subscribe.